What's going on? Jake here with Uncommon EDC. Today we're taking a look at a brand new model from Jack Wolf Knives, the mini Cyborg Jack. This model is going to be dropping at authorized dealers on Friday, May 17th, 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific, and I'll put all the drop details as well as a link to a list of authorized dealers in the description of this video. No surprise, Sean Tiffany killed it on the artwork here. We have a cyborg version of Jack front and center, super kind of mean and aggressive looking. And then we have a more fun, playful little bro riding on his shoulders, decked out in this Robocop-esque armor. Really plays well together. I love the way it looks and pairs nicely with that mini Cyborg Jack text as well. Now, as usual, we got 5 configurations dropping on Friday, and really great variation. Going to be a tough choice for those that are picking this up, which one to go with, because he does such a great job of not only giving some variation, that there's something for everyone, but choosing some really cool patterns. Now, if you're trying to guess which one we're going to be taking a look at today, probably not a surprise to regular viewers that we're going to be looking at the Cosmic Pink Kirinite. So no secret, I am a huge fan of Kirinite and have been trying to maintain a complete collection of the Jack Wolf Kirinite. So super appreciative of them sending this particular configuration for me to look at to keep my collection complete. And I think it looks great. This particular Kirinite, the lighter sections have this pearly look to it, and then the darker sections are the super rich pink that pairs so well with the black DLC, which is why we keep seeing DLC coating with the Kirinite, the exception being the Crystal Lake Kirinite. All of the rest have had that black DLC because it looks so good together, especially with this Cosmic Kirinite. The purple Kirinite we saw was also Cosmic Purple, so really great look to that. Now, if you're not familiar with the original Cyborg Jack, this is an original Ben Belkin design. So Ben designs all of the Jack Wolf knives, of course, but most of them are based off of traditional patterns. This is original to him. You're not going to see it from any other brand. Has a super unique look to him, definitely his style, while still maintaining a kind of traditional feel. It wouldn't be all that surprising to see a traditional knife that looks like this, even though this is very modern, very Jack Wolf. And so love the way this one looks. And this, of course, isn't just a re-release of the original Cyborg. It's a miniature version. So in terms of the sizing, this is going to be pretty comparable to our Little Bro Jack. In fact, almost identical in this closed position. This is 3.6 inches. So pretty close. When I'm looking at it from this angle, it kind of reminds me of a lady foot pattern. I don't know if that's the Pink Kirinite talking or if it actually looks like that, but it just kind of struck me as I was looking at it right now. But 3.6 inches weighs about 2 ounces even. It's going to vary a little bit based on the cover material that you get, but it's going to be pretty close to that 2 ounce mark even. And that brings us to about 6.3 inches overall. 3.6, of course, in that handle position, as we talked about. That allows you to get a full 4-finger grip on here, which is nice. If it were any smaller, my pinky might start falling off, but the size keeps me locked in, and then that shape is kind of unique. It has that aggressive slant on the interior portion of the grip, keeps you from really sliding backwards also. So you're really locked in and also extremely comfortable with no hot spots. So great combo and probably the perfect size for a mini. I think if it were any smaller, it might be a little bit too small, but really liking that. Now that leaves us 2.69 inches on the blade with the 2.4 inch cutting edge. S90V, as we've been seeing with the recent releases, Turkish Clip Point style blade. I love the blade shape on this one, actually. I like a clip point. This one has a little bit of a less aggressive swoop that we see on some clip points, which will be great for people who aren't as into clip points. It doesn't look as much like your traditional clip point, but it still has that traditional clip point feel. We do get this really nice straight cutting surface through a majority of the cutting edge, and all the belly's focused up here near the tip, so really versatile cutting edge there. Nice hollow grind, keeping this super slim and slicey, just like all of our Jack Wolf knives. And action on here is great. We have a nail nick deployment. It's super snappy as usual into all 3 positions, and plenty of access to that nail nick. Now the pull on here is a little bit lighter than your typical Jack Wolf, and that's true for a lot of the smaller versions. So you're going to be looking at a 6 to a 6.5 or so, but still a little bit heavier than you see from most knives, and snaps with plenty of authority. Still nice and secure there. No worry about it accidentally closing. You do have to be pretty intentional when you're closing this to get it to snap close, which is great. Now for those that prefer a pinch grip to deploy it, you'll be happy to see that this cutout here gives you plenty of meat of that blade to grab onto, and with that hollow grind you get plenty of purchase on there, so very easy to pinch grip this open, which will be great for those that like that pinch grip. And for me in particular as well, I do enjoy a pinch grip. It's not a deal breaker, but if I have the option, I'm always going to use that for deployment rather than using my nail. So I really enjoy that. And then of course we have all black DLC coated everything on here, our spring, our hardware, our bolster, our blade. And let's take a look at those bolsters. Actually, we'll get this in the closed position. Asymmetrical bolsters, I love the shape. It gives it this unique look. Besides the angles of the handle, the angles on the spring, the angles of the bolsters really give it a unique look. And one thing that may stand out with the recent releases is that we don't have the triple fluting. And I think that was a pretty smart choice because there's such a unique look. I think it would have taken away from that look overall if they did the triple fluting on it. So glad that that's not present here, but really great looking bolsters. I love the angles. This is kind of a Jack Wolf thing as well. You don't see the rounded springs. You're going to have sharper angles, and they kind of get a little bit even sharper here at the butt of the knife. We see some contouring at that tip to keep it from being a sharp edge on your pinky as you grip onto that. And so really great butt shape bolster there, and overall just great for keeping that tip tucked in. The blade shape and the shape of the handle just work nicely together there. You do have a little bit of an exposed tang here, but that's really kind of sitting behind that bolster as well, so you don't run into that either. Now, as far as what comes with it, we already saw our tube. We get our sticker. We actually get 2 stickers nowadays, so stay out of trouble sticker with the same artwork. Really great looking. If you're wondering how I got these so flat, once you pull them out of the tube, just set them under a book for a day or so and they'll flatten right out. So get our stickers, we get our slip. Haven't used the slip at all. I've been rotating just 2 or 3 of these so I can work up a patina, and then I have a bunch of brand new looking ones. So I've been using this slip with it, but you do get a brand new slip with it, of course, and the Pog. Pog's gonna have that same artwork with the Jack Wolf logo on the back and the mini Cyborg Jack text. Pink microfiber cloth this time around, although you may get a different one depending on where in the batch that you get it. You may get a different color, but great looking baby pink microfiber cloth here. Now, in terms of the other configurations, obviously we have the Cosmic Pink with the DLC coating. Then you have your white marble carbon fiber. This one has a brand new finish. The white marble carbon fiber already looks great, but it also has the blasted and tumbled finish. It has kind of a Serge Panchenko finish look to me, a little bit less aggressive than Serge Panchenko's, but I love that look. So hope to continue to see that on future models and future releases. You have your plain Jane Smooth TI. That one actually has purple hardware. Your spring is not going to be purple because this is not a titanium spring. So on the Gunslinger, you saw the kind of matching spring. In this case, it's just going to be the hardware, those body screws and that pivot screw that are purple, but that one looks great as well. We have the chaotic resin, the second time seeing chaotic resin, and this one's a little bit different, very cool as well, almost kind of a Joker color theme. You have the purple and green as your main colors, you have a white and black, and then the clear resin, and so it gives it this Joker look. I may actually pick that one up as well because I really like the original chaotic resin and may try and maintain a full collection of that because there's not really many companies that are using it. You really see it from Jack Wolf only, and maybe on some fixed blades and stuff, custom one-offs and things like that. So cool to see a production version of that chaotic resin. Last but not least is one we saw on the original Cyborg, and that's going to be your dark matter orange fat carbon. So if you happen to get that one and you want to have a matching pair, that's going to be the model that you want to go with to get that matching pair. But a lot of really great configurations. Again, these are going to be dropping Friday, May 17th, 11 a.m. Pacific, $300 as usual, and I'll link to a list of those authorized dealers. No affiliate link with those, although these are sent to me for review, so I always like to mention that, keep that in mind. But would love to hear your thoughts on this one down in the comments below. Which configuration is your favorite this time? If you're ordering one, which one you're gonna go with? And also kind of open the door to this conversation. This is a mini version, and that's the first time we're seeing that. We obviously have like the little bro and big bro jack, but those were planned variations, different sizes. This is the first time we're seeing a mini version of one of the previous models. So are there any models that you'd like to see get that mini treatment in the future? But thanks again for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider liking, commenting, subscribing, or joining the channel as a member. All help the channel out a ton. And as usual, hope you have a great one. Take care.